What's going on, guys? Ryan Lang here, otherwise known as the Denver Agent. And if you've landed on this video, there's a good chance you're trying to catch a vibe of what Conifer, Colorado is like. If you've seen my channel and content before, great, thank you for coming back. If not, go ahead and real quick click the like and subscribe button as it helps me tremendously. In this video, I'm gonna be breaking down the pros and cons of Conifer, Colorado. And by the end of this video, you're gonna be able to deduce if Conifer is a good spot for you. Let's get into this. Once again, guys, I am a licensed realtor here in the state of Colorado. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest, you're just looking to get to know the Denver area a little bit better, hit me up at the number below. Let's hang out, grab some brews, grab some coffee, and let me be your Denver agent. All right, let's start with the pros of Conifer, Colorado. Obviously, the biggest benefit is going to be the terrain, the mountains that surround you. You are not close to the city. You are down 285, which is a main route that goes through Littleton and into the Front Range. In the fall, you could go to Kenosha Pass. There's going to be beautiful aspen trees turning yellow all around you. It's truly a scenic area to live. Anywhere you drive around town, you're going to be greeted by beautiful views. The second pro, which relays off the first, is there's a ton of trails around there. Unlike the trails in the Denver metro area, they're not gonna be nearly as packed, right? If you go to Apex Park, South Table, North Table on a Saturday morning, you're gonna pass a lot of people. If you're a mountain biker or a runner and this tends to get on your nerves, maybe the Denver area is not gonna be the spot for you. But inversely, Conifer is the opposite. You have way more trails and way less people than the immediate Denver area. So if you go on a hike, you're not gonna see nearly as many people. I find that as a huge benefit. Conifer is fantastic because you're about 35-40 minutes from the city, but it feels like you're living in a secluded mountain town. So for the person that wants to not have many neighbors, but also not be more than 35-40 minutes from a Costco, Conifer is a great town to look into. Additionally, if you've checked out my video about Evergreen, you'll notice that the home prices in Evergreen are quite pricey. That and Genesee are the other towns that are far away from the city, but not too far, right? They're quite expensive. Conifer is not going to be nearly as expensive. Now, you're not going to have the epic and icon ski mountains right down 70 like Evergreen and Genesee, but that's the price you pay. If you're someone that doesn't care about the big Vail Resort mountains, then maybe Conifer is an area for you to look into. Additionally, you're only about 20-25 minutes from Red Rocks. So if a concert in the summer is your type of entertainment and you don't care to be near the city, Conifer is a great spot. The main road running through Conifer is 285, like I mentioned. The traffic is not going to be nearly as bad as I-70, which is very nice. What I will say though is 285 can be dangerous and you really have to pay attention. It's a windy 55 to 60 mile an hour road that you really have to take care of your turns when you're driving next to someone. And a lot of the times there's gonna be some sort of construction that even puts it down to one lane. The fifth benefit, most of the homes in Conifer are gonna have their own well. And if you've not had your own well yet, you truly don't know what good tasting water is. Water from a fresh well beats city water 10 times out of 10. It's specific to your home, no one else takes from it. It can't be polluted nearly as much as city water. And did I mention it tastes good? Conifer does have nice shopping in town. There's a couple of strip malls that have basically everything you need outside of going to a hospital or a Costco, and it won't make you feel like you're isolated in the middle of the mountains. The seventh benefit of Conifer is the school system is actually fantastic. You'd think because it's further away from Denver, the schools aren't as good. Wrong. Greatschools.org ranked Conifer High School as a 9 out of 10. And additionally, all the elementary schools and middle schools are fantastic as well. It's something that prospective clients always ask, how are the schools? In Conifer, they're fantastic. The final benefit, which some people might not agree with me that it's a benefit, but you will get drunker quicker here. Being up in higher elevation causes you to have lower oxygen levels in your blood, which makes you absorb alcohol a lot quicker. Now, some people might say, now some of you might be saying, this guy's kind of weird. He's talking about getting drunk as a benefit. I love beer. I don't like getting super wasted, but I love beer. If I could have less calories and spend less money to get drunker quicker, Conifer, I'm gonna do that. All right, so let's get into the cons about Conifer now. I think I had mentioned this earlier, but the biggest con is gonna be you don't have the big Vail Resorts, Icon Pass mountains directly in your path. Those are all down I-70 corridor. You are gonna be much lower. If you look at a map, you see 285 is much lower. To get to these mountains is gonna be a much longer haul than it would be if you lived in Evergreen or Genesee. Now, some people hate Vail Resorts. Some people hate the big commercial mountains. That's fine. You can find local mountains in the area. Additionally, if you want to drive an extra 4 hours, you could get yourself to Crested Butte, which is one of my favorite mountains I've ever skied in Colorado. If you came to this video looking for a ski house, that's fine. It's not going to be in Conifer. Go ahead and check this video out that breaks down all the towns and cities around the big ski resorts. After watching this video, you'll get to understand where you think you should buy property. The second con, which definitely would annoy me if I lived in Conifer, is there's no big Costco, no big movie theater. You don't really have a hospital until Littleton. None of these big stores or facilities that I find very valuable. I go to Costco about once every 2 weeks. Usually don't find myself at a hospital, but if I do, I'd like to be close. Me and my girlfriend go to the movies all the time. So it's something to think about. You're gonna have to drive 30, 35 minutes to go see a movie, to go to Costco, etc. If that doesn't bother you, great. Also, don't look for food delivery up here. Most Uber Eats people are gonna be hanging out down in Littleton, Highlands Ranch, and in the Denver area. So if you're someone that doesn't like to get up and drive to get their food, Conifer might not be it for you. The third con about Conifer is there's really no community. You know, besides the high school football team, those local events, there's really no big festivals. There's no big community gathering. There's really even nowhere to like gather. You know, you have Conifer and 285 runs right through it. There's not like a big main street per se. The fourth thing that I just learned about recently is insurance in towns like Conifer is going to be much higher. Here's why. There's only a volunteer firefighter service in the Conifer area, right? So it's not going to be professional, someone always staffed, someone quick to respond, compared to if there was, you know, a city or state run firefighting service. Conifer is also in the mountains where wildfires exist and can happen. Thus, insurance companies are going to look at your log cabin home and be like, wow, this home could light up like a match very quickly if there were a forest fire, and it would probably be a little bit slower for volunteer firefighters to get there compared to Denver Fire Company. Therefore, they're gonna charge you a much higher premium. And finally, if you're looking for property in the mountains, you probably know this, but snow is gonna stick around longer. You're higher in the mountains, you're gonna get more precipitation, it's gonna be colder. Please understand that there's probably gonna be snow in the parking lots or on the grounds from October to April. That's just how it is in the mountains. If you don't like that, you should probably exit out of this video and go move somewhere south like Florida. You could go sweat your life away down there. All right, that's my breakdown of Conifer, all the good and bad things I have to pick apart about it. Overall, Conifer is a great mountain town. If you want to be further away from the city, you want to have some land to yourself, you want to be surrounded by mountains, you like hiking, and you don't really care about the big commercial ski resorts, Conifer's a great area to look into. If you're interested in checking out some homes in Conifer, hit me up at my number below. Let's go and hang out. Let's go drive through the mountains. Let's hike up a trail, grab some brewskis, get drunker quicker, and let me be your Denver agent. Once again, guys, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later.